So good evening, everyone, and welcome to our weekly connection and beautiful people we have around here. And obviously, those of you are there on Zoom, which eventually we want to get rid of the Zoom and be together, to Zoom in together. I would like that eventually we'll be together, but I know some of you are from different places in the world, and that's the best way to do it. And so I want to thank people here who shares that I'm looking at the screen, not really giving eye contact with you guys, but we'll try both. This week is a very special week. What's so special about it is because this coming Friday night, it's the beginning of a new year. It's a beginning of a new year. What does it mean, a new year? Obviously, we spoke before with, we know there's energy that we call Rosh Hashanah, which is the head of the year. According to the Jewish religion, they think that's the beginning of the year. If you don't study the wisdom of Kabbalah, it's very, very difficult to know that it's nothing to do with a new year, but it's the birth of Adam and Eve. We spoke about it. What do we get in that new year, in that moment in time? It's how many days a person is going to live, how much money he's going to have, it's been determined in that moment, and how many kids he's going to have. Now, reminding you, kids, it's an outcome, okay? Meaning how many deals you're going to make this year, how many new clients you're going to meet, how many new friends, how many new relationships, how many partnership you're going to establish. Many of that determined in that time called Rosh Hashanah, which is the birth of humanity. Then 6 months later, exactly, comes that is the beginning of the year, which from the point of view of the month, it's the first month of the year, called the month of Aries. We know that what do we get in the month of Aries? What do we get in what we call the month of Nisan, this new year? It's the quality of every encounter that you're going to experience. What does it mean? You might have $1 million, but you're going to be alone. You're going to be miserable. You might have many deals going on, but each one of them will frustrate you so much. It's not just about the quantity, like more and more and more. That's great. We need it sometimes. But what we do want is to increase and elevate the quality of our connections. You have friends, many friends. Is this a qualified as a good relationship or just, an encounter? What we deciding this coming Friday night, this time, again, we can do it any time of the year, but there is a cosmic opening. There's a beautiful opening that is a free gift for all of us. To do what? To bring ourselves in a much qualified place to enjoy all the gifts that the Creator gives us. If you have money, you can have a $10 or $10 million. If you not really have quality of life with that amount, it's as if you don't have it. In the same way, you can have many relationships, but each one of them is like really just bothering you all day long, and you just want to get rid of them. This is what we're changing in this time. This is what we want all of us to adapt our consciousness. And again, few ideas I'm going to share with you tonight that can help us getting to that place where within that place, I will change how I view everything. And what does it mean? How you make something quality if you just change and understand the value of them. So now, that's the big picture, what we're speaking about, what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the quality of our life, the quality of our connections, the quality of the people that we bring into our life, the quality of the use of the money in our life, and so forth. Now, we know that Pesach, this time, Passover, Friday night called Passover, is not a holiday that because the God passed over the house that were marked with blood. We spoke a little bit about it in the past. But what is important to understand is that we want to mark ourselves as people who makes a difference in this world. That's the whole idea. We're not gathering here because, oh, we know I'm bored, I don't have anything to do. Let me go, maybe some entertainment. Yeah, maybe some people do it. But I'm here because I want to change, obviously, myself. And I want to help increasing change in the world. See something different. As we say all the time, I'm sure you know that idea that people say, if nothing change, nothing change. Can you repeat it for yourself all day long and you see how it will affect you? Let's repeat it slowly to yourself. Right? If nothing change, nothing change. It's so simple, huh? And it's so hard. Well, what should I change? I'm trying. First of all, we spoke many times. Take that word trying out of your vocabulary. Because within that word trying, subconsciously, there is a failure consciousness there. Better not to use this word. Do what you can 100%. That will get you a much better result than trying 20 times. Trying to, the consciousness there is the consciousness of failure, and we don't want to insert it into our life. What we do this week and what we're going to do this coming Friday is completely shifting how I view people, how I view myself, how I view this world, and how I use my desire. Because this is all what is being determined in Passover. You get a renewed desire, a renewed, fresh desire. Why? Because the Creator every year believes in us way more than we believe in ourselves. So I give you a new vessel. Vessel is the desire to receive. Vessel, any vessel. So for example, this is a vessel. See, this is a vessel. How much that vessel have? As long as it can accumulate within that vessel, it's called the desire to receive. This is how much that cup wants. So how much you want is depend, right, on your vessel. That's as simply as that. So now what we want to think about is where in this year, because this is this crucial week that we can really shift a lot of things in our life. One, look in how many times in this year you are under the influence of the physical world. What does it mean? It had a grip on you. Until I don't get that deal, I can't relax. Until I don't solve that issue, I can't be me. I can't. Many of us do throughout the year, putting everything in suspense. I'm sure you can find yourself sometimes says, until that's when I'm going to do X and Y. That is not the way of the Kabbalists. Kabbalists don't wait for anything or put everything in suspense, depending, not consciousness like that. That tells a lot about the desire of the individual. If someone have a real desire, strong, endless desire, nothing is of an issue in their life. Might be an issue, might be a difficulty, but that shouldn't stop me. That shouldn't be any of the problem that it's difficult for me to solve. If you have a true, absolute, strong desire. So this is again what we want to deal with. The holding of what we call the physical world, the grip, right? The small little addiction, the small little desire. If you look at them this year, you say to yourself, that's such a small desire. I'm busy with that too long. What am I wasting my time with such a small, insignificant desire? Small addiction. What is addiction? Small desire. Why we get falling to addiction? Because I don't do the work to connect to lasting. I'm prepared to receive temporary. That stay this year, this coming year. You're not engaged with that. And again, it's simple desire and decision to be an unlimited being. unlimited soul. Remember, your soul is unlimited. It's just trapped in a physical body. And that's something that through a true, real, consistent, endless desire, that body won't be a function, meaning won't bother us, won't limit us, and any circumstances will be changed based on the force of your desire. This is what been determined, what we receive as a gift from the universe this coming Friday. One of the important parts that available in this, again, most of us know, and again, I said, I'm going to explain that moment in time, that cosmic opening in the Kabbalistic terminology. What are we using in what we call Passover? We're using our mouth to eat, to speak in that day, meaning to sing or to recite some connections, right? But mostly is to eat and drink. What is the main thing that we use as items to connect? Something we call matzah, unleavened bread. It's like a cracker, looks like a cracker, and wine. There are 4 cups of wine. Again, you can drink 4 cups of wine any time of the week. It doesn't do the same effect like that night. In that night, all the items that exist within that table, that night called the night of the Seder, comes from the word order. Seder is order. Many people think it's a very nice dinner, family dinner. No, this is a time where you put your life back in order. Any disorder things in your life, disorder relationship, disorder emotional instability, all of that, it's technically been determined now. If you put your life in order. So what do we have here? Matzah. We have wine and few other items. We're not going to get into the details of them right now because I just wanted to connect to the big picture of that. What is that connection to matzah? Matzah is unleavened bread, meaning flour and water. You don't put yeast, so it's not going to rise. And there's a certain amount of time that you can bake that bread. And that is the tool that you use. What is the consciousness of their matzah? It's very simple. The reduction of your ego. What is bread? Bread expand. We spoke last week a little bit about it, but this is what bread does. Bread, you put yeast, you put flour, you put water, it just expands, like our ego, right? Like our anger. You just need someone to ignite you, and your anger is like off the roof, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Just need a trigger, and we like explode. What does it mean? It means something is wrong with the situation? No, I allow myself to rise. I gave myself into the ego, right? I'm inflating myself, right? Being inflated, what does it mean? That's what it means. So in Passover, we're using that bread to reduce the attachment in that physical world, reduce the ego grip on our soul, on our system, right? By eating that, we're bringing health. And the most important gift is what we call the bread of certainty. Why? Because if you have a small amount of money, or if you have a very large sum of money, where do you think you have more certainty? More or less? This will tell you. More money, I'm more certain I'll survive, right? But we find that we saw many people with a lot of money in 2 seconds, everything is gone. More of the 1%, more of that physical world you have in your life, you have more insecurity. You have more worries, right? You have more worries. I need to take care of my property over there, of my cars over here, and all the bank accounts. Do I have it? I don't know the passwords of all those accounts. I don't even know where's my crypto, right? All kind of stories like that. It's like so many worries right now. When I have a little bit, well, what am I to worry about? Maybe if I can get some bread today or something to drink, that's the most amount of worries that I have. What are the worries that I have? So it's not about that. It's not about not having, my friend. It's about having everything without the side effects. It's about having everything and way more than we can imagine without the attachment of the ego, which is destroying everything, inflating everything unnecessarily. So now we understand the part of the matzah, which I explained to you a little bit more as we continue. Second thing, you have wine, right? And you have that matzah, as I said before. Wine in that day is giving you the gift of love. The matzah that you eat, giving you the overcoming of all your fears that you engage throughout the year. Fear and love, right? Fear and love. These are the two main motivator powers that can drive each one of us to do everything we need. For example, if you're afraid of someone, you will do what they tell you to do. If someone is in a gunpoint, right, to you, God forbid, do this. Would you do it? Yes or no? Right away, whatever you need, right? If you're afraid of someone, you know, some people living even in relationship that they're afraid that the other person will leave them, they will do whatever the other person say, right? Whatever the other person wants or however they like it, because they're afraid if they're going to leave them, they're going to take everything away. That's the wrong consciousness, but that's what how people live. Fear is a motivation. Love is as well motivation. So you see, those two aspects are motivation to do things. Because when you love someone, would you do anything possible to help them? If you love someone, you will do whatever you take. It's a motivation. The love is a motivation. But what we did throughout the year, we're using love in the wrong way. Wrong loves, wrong fears. And I'll tell you, when we connect in the Passover, we cleansing all the wrong loves. For example, love to the wrong people, love to the wrong things, right? Love to physicality more than spirituality. It's the wrong love. I mean, doesn't say not to love. Yes, but that has to be less than how much you love your soul, how much you love the connections, how much you love your creator, where you came from. Love also can eventually translate as lust. People have little different craving that they love, that eventually is very small, little pleasures. How many of us love little pleasures? Just the pleasure of the moment. You know that I'm talking about? The pleasure of my little snack, the pleasure of my little nap, the pleasure of my little massage, the pleasure of my little, someone tapping my shoulder, tell me how great I am. That's a little pleasure. All kind of little pleasures that we love. Instead of awaken the true love in Passover, that's the time that we awaken true love, to an unlimited pleasure. Have you ever thought to be in an unlimited pleasure? Unlimited, this is what we meant. We came here to be in an unlimited state of pleasure. Most of us are so satisfied with a little meal. Oh, someone said something, or I got first in line, right? I came to DMV, I was first, nobody was there, right? What a pleasure, right? It is a pleasure, but that's what we're looking for. That's where our motivation is. Small little pleasure. Insignificant. We have to really look at that. Look where you are in wrong of that. When you drink the wine, in one hand, it awakens your greatness, right? When you drink wine, what happens when you drink wine? You connected to the secret, right? Drink wine, a secret come out, right? Meaning that when you drink wine, you are more expanded. Therefore, the first connection that you do there is right away a glass of wine. That changes the whole event for you, right? Takes you off guard. Some people don't do it this way, but the right way to do it is that drinking the whole cup, really completely take yourself in a place of love to everybody. Can I awaken myself to love everyone, to love the Creator, to love the humans, all humans? Can I love all humans? Very difficult from where we come from. Second thing is, as we're eating the matzah, if you're doing it, if not, that's okay. We meditating to break down all the wrong fears. And technically, it's very easy. Why? All fears are wrong. Beside one. All fears that anybody has, they cannot be real. They are all illusionary. What do you mean? It's a physical. I don't say this. Most of us are motivating fears to our system based on that external reality. But internally, if you're in a room that you're born in a room, let's say you're born in an island, you never saw anything, you never know anybody, you just you by yourself. Would you have fear? No. What would you be afraid of? There's nobody there. So the fears that most of us are generating are coming or generated from the external experiences that we have, interaction with people, right? And we take upon their fear. You watch TV, you watch this movie, you watch a criminal thing, it's like, oh my God, that's so scary, right? External reality created fears within us. We know that the external reality is the illusionary reality, is what we dismantleize in Passover. This is what we're crushing down. The reality that we build around us, which most of us have a lot of fear. And that's why every year we get the opportunity to reduce, if not all, at least majority of your fear and the wrong loves, and to connect to a true fear. And the true fear is, again, you can say it in a couple of ways. One is to be afraid to be disconnected from the light, from the universe, to be a disconnected individual. Fear like that can protect you. Or you can call it the fear of not completing my mission in this world. Many people, if they have a project, they're afraid that they're not going to hit the deadline and they're not going to get the bonus. That's majority of the fear, right? My friend from back in the time in finance world, right? If you don't get your goals, if you don't sell the quota, you don't get your bonus, right? So I'm afraid I'm not going to sell another one not to get my. And then there's many fears like that. Really wrong. And that's what we need to, one, know what our fear, know what taking over us, know the wrong loves. Again, I'm not talking about the people that you love. It's the wrong thing I love about them. Okay? And this is what we're bringing to this Friday night. If you're celebrating or if you're connecting or not, you can sit and meditate. You can read about it. But really, this is part of, or ask question how you can do that. We can help. You can also stream our connection to see throughout the night what we do if you need. Another thing that we want to awaken here. Before Passover, there's the energy what we call Chametz. What is Chametz? Chametz, we have to explain, it's the possession of bread or leavened bread, bread who rises, or any items, let's say cookies or any of that have the ability to rise, that have a flour within it. It says, take it out of your house. Because you don't want to hold on that in the time of Passover. What does it mean? The energy of Passover comes, it's a pure, very elevated light is coming to our life. Help us to elevate to greatness that we haven't achieved or haven't saw before about ourselves. What is the Chametz? Chametz comes from the word, again, I just want to make sure everybody understand that in many years, people relate to that in a religious way. Therefore, myself included, growing up, I knew that I've done it many times in my life, but never connected. Up until I really opened the books of Kabbalah and met my teacher and explained to me and showed me what are we missing. It's not that you do something wrong. You can do everything traditionally. You can do everything religiously. No wrong with that. But we're missing the point. And that is the Chametz. What is Chametz? It's come from the word lehachmitz. One, it can be sour, the word sour, right? But it's also to miss the point. Lehachmitz et hanekuda. You miss the whole point. What is Chametz? Chametz is the missing, we miss the point. I don't want to miss the point of what am I doing here, or why I met that individual, or why I'm working for this company, why that difficulty come to your life. Any difficulty that you had this year, you missed the point. It meant to take you to the higher level. And what did we do? We missed the point. We went down. We became depressed. We complain about it. We blame everybody about it. We find who to accuse about my misery. You missed the point. That negative situation, that negative person came to your life to take you to the next level. To test, do you have a real desire or you are fake? If you fake, you miss the point. If you have real desire, every situation, every difficulty is not even difficulty, it's an opportunity for me. You know, someone can say, I have a challenging day. It sounds difficult, but someone can say, I have a day filled with opportunities. Oh, I want that day. Most of us getting opportunity maybe once a month or once a year or once in lifetime. This is a once in lifetime opportunity. What we call opportunity, or to make money, or to get married, or to find a good deal, or whatever it is. The Kabbalists, real spiritual people, looking to any challenge, difficulty, as an opportunity for my next level. That's how I want to gear my desire. That this coming year, any challenge, any difficulty, any disagreement, it will be my opportunity to find my next level. Now, let's understand a little bit more. So, one of the gift that happening in this week, right? It says that the high priest, says Aaron HaKohen, the brother of Moses, called Aaron HaKohen, Aaron the priest. When he needed to help cleansing the whole nation, he used to take the scapegoat, 2 goats. One, he says, to the Creator. One is to Azazel. Azazel, it's a place of get lost, right? So they used to send one to sacrifice for the Creator, and one will get lost in the desert and eventually will die. Now again, that story makes 0 sense. Today we don't sacrifice. Today does not exist. What do I care about that story that appeared this week? Why do I need to know about it? He's not talking about sacrifice of any animal, but sacrifice of our ego, right? But what do we want to understand here? Because it used the word, very important word that I want to speak about a little bit, because this is where Passover can work a lot. They call it Goral Echad LaShem, Goral Echad LeAzazel. They use the word, the word Goral is the word for faith or destiny, right? Let's discuss this word for a second. What is destiny? What is destiny? What is, faith? Think about it. Many people using this word. I don't know. Do you use this word? Oh, it's destiny. Oh, it's meant to be. Right? Have you heard yourself saying that many times? Oh, I guess it's meant to be. Oh, I guess it's never meant to be. Wait a second. Is my destiny to be with that person? Or is not my destiny? Is it what is it? Why it's so hard? Again, maybe it's not hard for you, but if you understand a little bit more, that word have a lot of difficulty there. What do you mean? I'm supposed to just leave everything to faith? Is that correct when people speak it this way? Right? So you mean it's faith? You mean it's like destiny? Right? I can even tell you more that it speaks about Goral is like the future, right? But it's also, they talk about the same word they say, tossing of a coin or a lot, right? Sometimes when we don't know to explain a situation, we use the word, I guess it's destiny. I guess it's meant to be. Or if I don't know why things didn't manifest in my life, what do I say? I guess it's never meant to be. Goral, it's a destiny. Listen to this. When do we use this word? It's very important. There's two scapegoat that we're talking about. It's two versions of who we are and two versions of work that we need to do on ourselves. As soon as you bring the word destiny, fate, meant to be, or not meant to be, what does it tell you? It's above my brain. It's above my logic. It's way more than what I can understand, way more than what I can see, way more than what I grasp. That's every situation in your life, and you will see it. Please pay attention, be sensitive to listen to yourself. When a situation appears that you don't have an answer for that, or you cannot pinpoint that moment, you're going to use the word, I guess it's meant to be. I guess it's never meant to be. It's destiny, fate. It tells you that you need to jump to a reality beyond logic. One of the aspects of who we are is to be in a reality that it's an illogical reality, an impossible reality. Just even to look at your body and your soul. How can a soul that is spiritual soul can be trapped in a physical body? That's illogical. That's against all laws. Scientists doesn't know how it works because it's beyond the logic. You cannot grasp. That's the one aspect of what we're asking in this Passover. What is that scapegoat? The other one that they send to the desert to get lost. And he says this way. This year, when you have this idea of conflicts, any conflicted moment, any disagreement in your life, any bombarding negative thought that comes to you, any complete, what the word I'm looking for, diversion of where I am, go there, go the other direction, completely, should I go there? No, it's completely different. I want to go traveling. I thought to go to the east, and then my friend come and tell me, no, you should start in the west. And oh, why don't you start in Europe? And then you get confused, right? All these confusing realities that we are experiencing are so crucial You have to understand, a person who have more conflicted thoughts, more diversion of an energy, right? Should I go there? Should I go here? Many, what would I say? Pull and push in your life. This is exactly where you want to be. Most of us, when, let's say, for example, you're dating today. Let's say you're dating somebody. And in your mind and in your heart, you feel like, I really don't like that person. But you're sitting there, and then the other person says, oh, can we meet again? How do you answer? In the moment, how do you answer? What do you answer? Oh, can we go to a second date? And inside you are conflicted. I don't like the appearance. I don't like the smell. Whatever you call it. I don't like the word. I don't like what they're doing in their life. In 2 minutes, right? You met that person for a dinner or whatever date. You feel conflicted. Yes or no? You know what I'm talking about? Yes. That is what you want. Most of us being weird when it's happening. Listen, I'm not sure. Yes, no. Let me call you back. I need to check my schedule. You don't know how to get out of it, right? Because something inside of me is in disorder. Because if you were so sure and excited about the other person, how would you answer? Yes, let's do it. Listen to this. When you answer yes, let's do it, where were you? In above logic or in a logic reality? You were just in the logical place. Very much small frame. You did not expand. Oh, it's so clear that we need to be together. Of course, second date. It's within the knowledge of my mind. I can grasp it. I can see myself. It's not the right thing for you. It might be, because next day, if you thought it was so good, turned to be completely sour. How many times happened to us? Because we want to work in frame of a dat, in frame of logic, in frame of what I can understand and grasp. When you tell me, do things beyond logic, do things or think above your limitation, it's so hard for me. What does it mean? How can I see a version of myself? That's what we're meant to receive in Passover, a version of yourself that you can never recognize in your logical mind. Let me put it again, because this is, I know it's late at night. I know some of us had a long day. Please listen to it again if it's on YouTube. By the way, on YouTube, you can always subscribe and share share the wisdom. It can change. It can change people's life. It changed my life, and I'm sure many people here. We working with two frames. This is what we break in Passover. I'm telling you, the gift that you have tonight to understand. One is the idea of working in an illogical way. Working in a way that the impossible becomes so possible for us. Working in a way that my mind cannot grasp. How did I do it? Who cares? This is an illogical way of like, what's going on with this person? We've seen many times, many people, by the way, I'm watching different successful people. You learn from different successful. The only reason they become this mighty giant, or you can call it unicorn, because they do things that is illogical. Everybody else did. What are you guys doing? It's because they are illogical. Nobody else get it. Because everybody else around, many of us or people like that, is logical people. And if they stay like that, they're only going to speak evil tongue on that person, the evil on that individual. They're not going to like it. They're going to be resistant. They're going to be lazy. And they're just going to do it because they get some money or whatever percentage, right? That's why when we are around a person of an illogical person, thinking out of the box, it's very hard for us to understand. Sometimes we put them in a place of fool. How do I jump to this reality? Is only if I understand, and this is the gift I want in Passover. This is what I want, that energy to come and help me in times of conflicted, on completely slap. Reality slap you in your face, completely unannounced. These are the moments. These, again, if you happen to be an unannounced reality, this is your healing. This is the moment that it's announced, the moment that you see the conflicted reality, the disagreement, the confusion, you're not going down with that. You stay and you stare on that. You don't get scared. You're not really frightened from that. You're not jumping to solution, my friend. Listen to the instruction. You don't jump to solution. Stay there. Stay there a little bit. You don't jump to solution because this is the logical mind right away. It says, solve it, run away, tell them, call your friend, he can solve it. Call you. No, wait a second. Wow. Overcoming this moment, this moment sets you off in a place that you are in an illogical reality. But these moments, there are many, many moments like that. And if you run away from that, if you're scared from that, if you jump to solution, you miss the opportunity. They're coming back tomorrow again. Every conflict. How you said bikoret? Bikoret is like inspection or, or examination. But it comes from judgment. When we are too critical about things. What does it mean? I want to go to a reality that is unexpected, right? Most of us living in a reality of expectation. Do you like when people expecting from you 1, 2, 3, 5 things every day? No, nobody likes it. You like to surprise others. Wow, thank you for that surprise. Imagine if nobody was surprised. I expected you give me that gift. That's not a surprise, right? That's already take away. So now what do we get in Pesach? When you say the matzah, the word matzah is also come from the word metziah. What is metziah? Metziah is the idea of finding. Imagine you walk in the street, you look down, you see a Rolex. Anybody gonna be depressed? What's it? You see you find a bag with like 3, 4, or 5 grand cash, right? Under your car. You open the door. Oh, is anybody gonna get depressed? Is anybody gonna be like, oh man, it's so annoying. Again, I found money. We find a penny. I'm like, wow, I found a penny. Haven't you? What is the reality of finding? How does the person, what the level of energy that you have when you find something? Are you depressed? Are you low? Or are you high, excited, and motivated? Always. It's exciting. Wow, look what I found in the middle of the beach. I'm here, I'm in Tulu. I'm on the beach. I found this guy. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. So I go, well, I found something. I found the store I was looking for. You even hear your voice become a little bit, right? Higher octave, right? You can't even express that moment, right? When you eat the matzah, you want to be in a reality of metziah, founding, all the time founding. Many people think that because they work hard, So I deserve, I work hard, I bought it. What's founding? Did you buy that table? Yeah, I have furniture. I went to the store, I have money, I bought the furniture, good. No, I found that furniture in some, it's completely different energy if the furniture has, as opposed to, I order online or something, or I went on this, whatever the mysterious path in upstate, and then all of a sudden I found this guy who carved this from a wood that was sitting there for 5,000 years. Wow, what a founding. This is how you want to be this year. Not in such an expected reality, in a reality of a logic. You do 1, 2, 3, 4 things, you get 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's very nice. People like it. I get all the time those requests from people. Tell me, what should I do? What should I do? It's not about what to do. It's to realize where you're at and to understand where you go. And the universe will draw a map for you. I don't need to make that, okay, step number 1. We're doing it, but in a collective way. Personally, absolutely recommended to know where you're at, what type of logic you have, what type of reality you're looking for, and the universe will draw it, will give you that opportunity to get there. We have one more minute. Yes. Last point I want to share with you. Again, very important is they're speaking about that Passover is we know in the springtime. Why Passover always falling in the spring, not in the winter, right? Spring, what do they say? It says spring you out of prison. They use the word spring you out, right? We know that is the whole idea of freedom. It says, Ata b'nei chorim. Speaks the word, says b'nei chorim. What is b'nei chorim? B'nei chorim is the children of freedom. As chorin is freedom. But most people don't understand that the word chorin is the word of, if you switch the letter, the order of the letter, you get the word ruchani. What is ruchani? Ruchani is a spiritual person. A spiritual person is a free person. The only way to achieve real freedom is when you completely remove the attachment in the matter, the physical matter on you. Because a person that is spiritual is not physical. I can say I'm on a spiritual path and slowly, gradually reduce the abduction of the 1% on my soul. I'm reducing the grip, the nails that is stuck within me, the 1% physical reality. So in this time as well, in Passover, I actually make myself and recommend to others, even if you're connecting or not, to make a decision that you're going to lead your life in a spiritual way. That the physical world will be secondary. Not because I see what's missing, now I'm going to go work for it. It's because I'm connecting to fulfillment in the spiritual world. Everything else will translate as fulfillment, whether if it's I have it or I don't. The spiritual world is not my guiding light. The physical world, sorry. Only the spirit. You know what is the spirit? When someone have, the spirit of. What we want to receive is that every outcome that will manifest from us, it will manifest from internally to externally and not the other way around. Because that's what kills the spirit within us. Anyway, this is what we asking freedom, true freedom, is the true freedom from that chaos reality, that bondage that we're experiencing. The second thing is, I want real life. I want to live full life. I want to live life with full happiness, not a little bit happiness. I don't need to do a few things to make myself happy. I'm full of happiness and many things coming. Many people do many things and then generating some happiness. Many things, oh, give me some pleasure. No, I'm full of pleasure. I'm full of happiness. Many things comes to my life. That's the other way around. And that's been determined in Passover. The last thing to remind you, once Passover starts, it's like a stamp, right? I spoke about it before. If you have a stamp and on the stamp, it's written 1 to 10, right? You put it on a paper, it's not going to be 5, 6, 8, 3. It's going to be, again, 1 to 10. Exactly what was on the stamp is stamped on the paper, meaning on you. And it's very difficult to change things. So please take this spiritual opportunity we have here. If you have any question, you're welcome to ask. If not, I want to wish you a beautiful, beautiful evening and beautiful year to come.